The intercultural understanding between conflicting perspectives in Australia has been pivotal in equipping Australian students with the skills, behaviours and analytical perspectives to engage with the globalisation of modern society. Therefore, it's important we integrate this as a core part of the curriculum. My Year 9 class at ME College currently faces quite limited exposure to diverse cultures, particularly of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander perspectives. The college is situated in quite a homogeneous community, and therefore it is of even greater importance that these local norms are challenged. Furthermore, the changing economic climate within the local government area has shown a shift in immigration with an increased demand for globalisation of local businesses. Resultantly, there's an increased pressure for these students to have a thorough understanding of intercultural perspectives and contrasting contexts in order to logically solve problems for the future. The text contrasts commonly known ideas of at-sea bush medicines and tools, highlighting the innovation and thought behind these ideas. It thereby places greater emphasis on the credibility and uses of indigenous flora rather than trivializing on the idea of primitive medicine. It is important that these students gain a thorough understanding that, while different communities may have alternative methods, scientific communities worldwide still follow the same scientific method, where questions are asked, hypotheses are formulated, and experiments are taken to attain results. While not necessarily made in the lab, these Aboriginal medicines have been tested and tried through different tribes over long periods of time. They are often use the same inquisitive thinking to evaluate the efficacy of such medicines, and it's through this exploration that students will be challenged. I'm hoping to work with the Indigenous nursery to bring in samples of plants indigenous to the local area. Using an inquiry-based approach, it will engage students who both need to extend themselves and students who are struggling through learning disabilities. Students will be given different plant samples and a number of hypotheses. They will then navigate through a PowerPoint file with information from the selective text in order to answer relevant questions. Through this inquiry-based constructivist approach, students will build on their pre-existing funds of knowledge and question their own level of research. They will then pitch this idea through a marketing campaign. It's through contrasting professional viewpoints that current scientific discoveries have been tried and tested. Thereby, conflicting ideas should be welcomed, examined, and discussed in order to aid towards a solution rather than turned away. It's this principle that I wish to foster in my students. It's through contrasting professional viewpoints that current scientific discoveries have been tried and tested. Thereby, conflicting ideas should be welcomed. It is through this critical analysis and the